John Franklin Myers. Just representing sarcoma, I think is huge for me. Again, my family, my grandpa was diagnosed with that. And I mean, shoot, my grandpa took me and my sister out of foster care. He moved us to Texas from California and just gave us opportunity, treated us like, like we were his kids and adopted us, which is why I have Myers on my last name. So just representing him and, representing the cause. He was about 72 roughly, and ironically he had went to the hospital, a few years before he finally got diagnosed with it, and, they kind of didn't know what they were looking for, didn't find anything, and 2 years later he went for the exact same thing and got the exact same thing, and they ran more and more tests, and after running a whole bunch of tests they finally realized what it was, and by then it was pretty much too late. When we first heard, it was like, oh, form of cancer, you're like, well, I mean, what exactly is it, and those are questions that people still don't know the answer to, and I think that's a problem, when you talk about something that's killing multiple people, like, you should know what it is, and I think there should be awareness. We had no idea what it was. We had no idea, no science behind it, nothing, and, I think that's a problem, and, I think moving forward, like, you want people to understand what it is. You want people to understand what they're going through, and the options that they have. My grandpa passed, and then I got to the NFL, and I'm like, well, what is this whole "my cause, my cleat" thing? And you talk about something bigger than yourself and use your platform, to raise awareness for whatever it may be. Everybody has their own reason. Well, mine was sarcoma awareness, so. I said, look, hey, I want to do something for sarcoma awareness. I want to raise awareness for this, and what is the best way to go about doing things, and kind of going through the process. Like you talk about like the Sarcoma Foundation of Awareness. Like, I mean, that's huge for me because you talk about somebody who is backed. Talk about somebody who has time on task, somebody who actually cares about what they're doing, and people who are in the foundation who've actually lost loved ones and to sarcoma. And I think for me that was huge, like the more you research and the more you look into things, like I seen like, okay, these are people who actually care about the cause, and somebody who actually is focused on the research and focused on finding a cure, like that's important to me because again, maybe my grandpa had 5 or 10 more years to live, Maybe my grandpa would have seen me play in the NFL or seen me in college, I think, that would have made me a better collegiate athlete, and I think it make me a better man, and a man for my kids. Me being the voice of this foundation and getting the opportunity to speak for guys who can't speak, like, I take that like I'm the last hope. Like, so if this thing fails, it's on me, So what an opportunity I have to make sure this doesn't fail, to bring awareness and, to help fund this thing. Like, I think it's so important and a challenge that I accept.